What's your when they go low, I go lower moment? My boss stole my promotion after I worked 80-hour weeks for 6 months straight. I'd been at the company for 7 years, climbing from entry level to senior analyst. The director position opened when my boss's boss retired. My boss, Martin, encouraged me to apply, said I was perfect for it. I stayed late every night for months, sacrificing weekends, missing my sister's wedding to finish a critical project. When interview time came, Martin raved about my performance to the executives. 2 days later, Martin called me into his office. He closed the door, leaned back in his chair with a smug little smile. "Congratulations are in order," he said. "I got the promotion." "You, what?" I stammered. He shrugged. "They wanted someone with more leadership experience. Don't worry, you'll report directly to me now. I'll make sure you get all the mentoring you need." I nodded, numb, as he detailed my new workload, essentially doing the director job without the title or pay. That night, I found an email Martin had accidentally copied me on. "Just need her to handle the transition paperwork, then we can move her to another department. The Johnson account needs someone with her attention to detail." I printed that email and tucked it away. Then I smiled through 3 months of transition training, while Martin took credit for my work in executive meetings, records kept. Meanwhile, I befriended our HR director at company happy hours, mentioned casually how I'd been working weekends without overtime pay, how Martin had promised comp time that never materialized. She frowned, said that wasn't company policy. I just laughed it off. 4 months into Martin's promotion, we landed our biggest client ever, a $100 million pharmaceutical company. Martin was put in charge. He immediately dumped all the work on me. "I need this perfect," he texted at 11 at night. "Board presentation tomorrow at 9, career-making opportunity." I stayed up until 4 in the morning finishing it, sent it to him with detailed speaker notes. The next morning, I called in sick for the first time in 3 years, turned off my phone. Martin had to present without me, without my notes, with only a surface understanding of the complex data I'd prepared. That afternoon, I met the HR director for coffee, brought my documentation, the overtime records, the emails proving Martin had taken credit for my work, the original email about moving me to another department. She was horrified. 2 weeks later, Martin was called into a meeting with the CEO and HR. I was invited too. The CEO placed a folder on the table, my documentation. Martin's face went white. They'd also spoken with the pharmaceutical client who'd been unimpressed with Martin's presentation, unable to answer basic questions about his own supposed work. The CEO turned to me. "We've reviewed your contributions over the past year. The board feels the director position would be better suited to someone with your attention to detail." Martin was demoted to a regional office. I got his office, his salary, and his parking spot. At the next company party, Martin's wife approached me, wine glass in hand. "He told me you sabotaged him," she slurred, "that you set him up to fail." I just smiled. "Not at all," I said. "I simply stepped aside and let him showcase his own abilities. Sometimes the lowest thing you can do is nothing at all. Just let people reveal themselves." 6 months later, our company was acquired. The new management reviewed all senior positions. Most directors were let go with standard packages, but they doubled my salary and moved me to headquarters. Turns out the pharmaceutical client had specifically requested I handle their account. Martin was let go without severance. Last I heard, he was selling insurance in the suburbs. Sometimes I wonder if I went too low, but then I remember him smiling across his desk. "Congratulations are in order. I got the promotion." And I realized sometimes you don't need to dig a hole for someone. You just need to stand back and watch them dig their own.